I used to grade myself in social situations. As a high-masking autistic, I found myself very insecure and self-conscious in a lot of social situations. And when I was younger, I particularly did this thing where I would leave a social situation, whether it was with a said group of people or a person, and I would ruminate and reflect on how every aspect of that situation went and grade myself, asking myself, did I get a lot of positive responses from this interaction? For people going out of their way to include me in the conversation? Was I going out of my way to put myself in the conversation and try and fit in with said people? This was 100% masking. This was 100% masking at its fullest form. Because I was not being my truest, authentic self. When I was doing these grade things, I was measuring how I was integrating myself into a different group of people or a different culture and seeing, was I well received trying to integrate myself into these social situations. And I would always get anxious going into said social situations, trying to prepare myself for being graded on how I was presenting myself. And I would go into a social situation trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to be better? How am I going to grade myself better than the last social situation that I was in? And I often found myself in those social situations, in the middle of it, very uncomfortable and very anxious and always second guessing myself, always asking myself, am I doing enough to fit in this social situation? Am I contributing enough to this social situation? Am I being received well enough in this social situation? And as always, following the social interaction, I would go back to grading myself, what went well, what I thought went wrong, and what I need to do to better integrate myself into the social situation the next time I revisit it. This is masking. This did not help me. This hurt me in a lot of ways. Like, come on. Like, younger Shane, you did not need to change for anybody. You were fine the way you were. You had shit that needed to be addressed and healed. You did not need to change yourself for anybody. You do not need to change yourself. You, the viewer, you, whoever, do not need to change yourself for anybody. I know that's easier said than done, but show up as you. That's it. Just show up as you for your own sake.